Hello and welcome to another Wednesday live stream. This one for us is the day before Thanksgiving. I hope you're all having a wonderful time, either maybe not having to work or maybe having to work and maybe it's not so bad. I don't know, or seeing family or not seeing family. I don't know, whatever it is you do. Hope you're doing it well. With me, I've got the lovely painter Flo. What are you up to, Miss Flo?
Hello. Working on some Witcher models because I'm out of client models right now.
Really? Witcher, huh? What model is that?
Uh, Arrakis.
Arrakis.
Yeah.
Isn't that a dune
So they're
planet?
the ones from like the desert planet?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. Nice. And then down below with me, I've got the disembodied voice, man of many opinions, many movie reviews.
Yes, and many, I don't know, comfy UI programs that
Many
I have been
frustrations.
many frustrations. Doing a lot of I don't know what you call it, just troubleshooting, software troubleshooting. So
It
done a
turns
lot.
out learning AI really means you learn both programming and tech support, your own tech support. That's what that really means. Anyway, what have we got going on in the chat? Hey, everybody. Appreciate y'all joining. Super duper happy time. Our Lord and Savior Menoth. Oh my goodness, where'd this Menoth talk come from already? If Menoth the lawgiver is coming back, better get out the marshmallows because there will be fire. Thomas Grable, thank you so much for joining the chat tonight. Flacco, is that you, Don? Yes. Matthew, hello, welcome. Happy early U.S. and belated Canadian Thanksgiving. I need to look into Canadian Thanksgiving because in the olden days, when I was running Valhalla in the fall, which I do love and miss doing, but like a lot of times it would come over Columbus Day, which is Canadian Thanksgiving. But I don't know if they had like the whole dinner thing that we did. I don't know what Canada did. Hello, fresh from Warfare Weekend and Lock and Load. Tell me about Lock and Load. How was it? Was it amazing? Because this would have been the first Lock and Load under Steamforge Games, right? The Lawgivers and Soda Operas. Canadian things. Oh, there's Jeremy. Can always expect some Canadian
It's like
things.
St.
This
Valentine's
isn't
Day
even
or
a
St.
real holiday.
Patrick's.
It's like saying Valentine's or St. Patrick's Days are holidays. Well, they are based on real like Catholic saints that did like real legitimate work and stuff. So I mean, those holidays are. I don't know about Canadian Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's in honor of somebody the way the other 2 days are.
Yeah, I
So.
was gonna say I don't know anything about it, so I don't have much of an opinion one way or the other.
But St. Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day are based in honor of a saint. Like that's not nothing. Astro sets. I am building a whole ton of Warcrow models. All the rest of my orcs. Hold up. So are you playing? Well, you're playing Warcrow specifically. Warcrow is isn't that the Corvus Belly? Yeah, because Warcry is the GW one. So Warcrow, that's the Corvus Belly game. Their fantasy game, I believe. I wouldn't know. I don't drink nor celebrate St. Patrick's Day. As a kid, I just always remembered I was supposed to wear green on me somewhere. You get pinched. That's literally all I remember about like it as a kid. But apparently, St. Patrick was a heck of a guy. Lock and Load was amazing. That's good. I love to hear it. How'd your games go, Thomas? You were hosting an RPG, weren't you? And somehow I bought all of Old Umbre. Ooh, thank goodness for limited armies, I guess, in that case, right? So how much, not money-wise, but like how many models is Old Umbre? Like, do you have duplicate units or do you have like one of everything now? Paddy's Day is the national holiday here in Ireland. There you go. Good to see everyone. Yes. Let's see. I played in 2 narrative events and ran 3 sessions of Iron Kingdom's Requiem. I love it.
All right, so St. Patrick's Day celebrates the death of St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. and has evolved into a worldwide celebration of Irish culture. While it remains a religious feast day for many, it is now widely known for its cultural celebrations like parades, music, dancing, and wearing green.
Ah, see, I got one of those. Thomas won Painting Wars. I am in no way surprised. Thomas is extremely talented, so I love it. All the other games. I even have Drop Zone Commander. Man, I remember when that was like the hotness for a while. Before I was running Valhalla, I think when we went to Yurthala, they were doing Drop Zone Commander there, right?
Yeah, well, the
guy who-
developer, the guy who made it, like we ended up
Was
hanging out and
there.
chatting with him about it.
Yeah.
All right, so originally a religious day with church services and feasts, it was officially recognized as a holy day of obligation for Catholics in Ireland in the 1600s. So it's been around for a very long time. It's not just,
Hot minute.
yeah, it's not just a way to, I don't know, sell merchandise created by, companies in America or something.
Nice. Plunder Dead Canadian and U.S. Thanksgiving are celebrated for the same reason. Only difference is our harvest is earlier.
Okay.
Makes sense. Speaking of IT issues, I saw the Linux OS Zorin racked up 1 million downloads in 1 month as soon as Windows 10 ended support. Yeah, I need to actually jump on that bandwagon. I've been meaning to create a Linux machine for a couple of years now. I even have like the box with like decent enough parts in it to do it. It's just okay. go do that thing now.
It's like,
but
I'm
with
already
Windows 11.
Yeah. So what is Zorin? What is that? I mean, that's one of the builds, right? Like Red Hat or Ubuntu or something. But but why is Zorin? Is that I haven't heard of it. Is it like a brand new one or something? We'll see if chat knows.
Bet they do. We got smart chat, smarties in the chat. Well, cool. So congratulations to all the people who got to go to Lock and Load and Warfare Weekend. How'd you fare in your tournaments? I guess the narrative events. I don't know how competitive those necessarily get, but I'm sure they had their Iron Gauntlet and all the others. Love it. Okay. Zorin just seems super popular. So I don't know. We were going to talk tonight a little bit about, in essence, or in light of the occasion coming up, about gratitude and being thankful. And even though, at least I definitely feel frustrated a lot of times trying to get somewhere, get something done, get a project done, get a obligation taken care of, meet a schedule or a deadline. Like, it's easy to lose track of, like, being grateful for the things that we already have. So I'm trying to practice that a little bit more diligently, let's say. And I know this time of year is for that. So there we go. There's my very awkward way of sort of getting around to, like, let us be thankful. My friends and I just play just about everything. Someday when we retire, we'll play enough to remember all the rules to all of the games. One of the things that I've been really enjoying seeing, because it seems like we've hit a critical mass of game additions. Voice, do you remember the YouTube channel that we watched with the, was it second edition 40K?
Oh, the recent one.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you.
It was so entertaining. And it's like the thing about old rules is wherever they ended, they're locked in. And I think we're hitting a point where players want like a certain stability. There's meta chasing. There's the very strong competitive scene, and they want the new rules because they are probably a little more tuned in with like specifically having balance and like this achievement type of thing. But I think for a lot of casual players, it's like we want dead rules. because it's really exhausting to keep up with rules changes, especially if you do anything else with your life at all. So that's something we've talked about, right? And there's a great, wonderful, recently made battle report of 2nd edition 40K that was so entertainingly well narrated. They had this sort of, like, they did the cinematic camera angles, and they were sort of telling a story as the story as the game unfolded. It was so entertaining.
Is it minisodes?
Maybe?
Is that what it is? MINISODES, minisodes. Looks kind of like it.
I don't know. I feel bad because I want to recommend them because they are, like, they did a great set, a great thing.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of narration to them that's kind of fun to listen to. Like, the guy's got a pretty fun way of describing events and setting it all up. But it's very 2nd edition aesthetic, even in the models. Like, he's going back and, like, digging around and finding 2nd edition versions of the models, which I would not do. I'd probably use the more modern models, but go to 2nd edition. Although painting them in the 1990s Games Workshop style would be pretty awesome, though.
Fair enough. Started 40K in 2nd edition. There you go.
Yes, so did I. Well, I had Rogue Trader when I was a kid, but I didn't have anyone to play it with or anything. So honestly, I started in 2nd edition as well. When I actually had someone else that would, have another army and we could roll dice in anger.
Jeremy says Chain of Command, maybe. He does old school gaming. I do not remember. Super duper happy time. Can't do Valhalla. Not only is it the anniversary, but we're going to go see George Strait that weekend. Well, I'm not going to pretend I can compete with George Strait. But I am happy and also extremely grateful that I finally get my Kickstarter launch for Valhalla starting on, as it'll happen, and I did not mean it to be this way, but I guess I'm just going to have to go with it. We're going to launch it on Black Friday. So this Friday at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Everything's actually, like, cleared. Kickstarter is giving us a bit of weird grief, and I think it was a little weird, right? Because, like, we pre-sell a lot of the rooms for Valhalla anymore because we've got awesome returning guests, people who just want to, go ahead and have a booked room ahead of time. And I think the Kickstarter was like, or the Kickstarter people were like, well, we want you to, try to raise your goal and make more money on it. And I'm like, but I don't need that to meet the funding goal. Like, why are you trying to make me, like, are you making me raise more money for you? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well,
there was a little back and forth, and they, like, laid off and we're good. But it was, I don't know. we were a little miffed about it up until this morning when they're like, never mind. You're right. We'll stop being bad people. So yes.
Yeah, it was maybe stated a little differently than that, because they were like, you might re-examine, you could start by making a budget for your project.
Oh, yeah. They did start with the condescending, like.
And I was like, you mean for the event we've run for 10 years? Like, are you serious right now? So our reply might not have been a very friendly one.
I think it was as friendly as it needed to be. So yeah,
I think it's as friendly as they deserved. That's what
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, you mean as friendly as they deserve?
Yeah. And we did not get a reply. They just let our Kickstarter happen.
Yeah, it was fun. Paul, like my kill team box that is Space Marines versus Death card, I'm keeping that as dead. Only use the rules and stats in the box. No updates or FAQs. Keep it contained. Well, theoretically, that is the idea of like a board game, right? Board game, you've got everything is in the box.
Yeah.
The rules are set and done, and you just play what's there.
Well, I feel like there's even some board games that want to use your phone so that they can FAQ the rules and keep changing them and stuff. And it's like, no, you're a board game. Stop. It's part of why I've been really getting into Advanced Hero Quest lately, like the 90s one. 90s? 80s one? What year was that?
Old one.
It's late 80s or early 90s. I'm trying to remember now.
Yeah. I don't know. Some old one. But it was Advanced Hero Quest. I think it was early 90s because original
I wanted Hero Quest, and it was advanced.
Mm-hmm. No, No, the HeroQuest stuff is really fun to watch too. Like, there's something so charming because it does feel smaller. It feels like smaller in scope and like way more approachable. And it's like, it's not like anybody here is adverse to learning complex rules. Like we do it all the time, especially if you keep up with things like 40K or you play War Machine. Like rules could get plenty complex. And so, but it's not that. It's like, okay, yeah, you learned all these complex rules. Now we're just going to keep churning and changing for, in my opinion, not really any good reason.
Well, it's to reset the knowledge base. I mean, I've heard that too many times now. It's like, oh, so you're not even changing it because like, we really need to update this stuff on the game so it plays better. It's just like, no, it just needs to be like 20% different so that you have to buy all of our books over again or something like that. And it's just like, I kind of hate rules constantly changing. Can we just go with what we got?
Oh yeah, no, it's absurd.
But yes, Paul got it. I looked it up too. 1989. So
Whee!
it's right there on the edge. But I really like it because
As old as I am.
what's this kind of contained set of rules the rules are surprisingly streamlined too. Like there's not a lot of what do you call it, like extraneous rules in there, but it kind of covers a lot, like it handles a lot. So I don't know, it's a little impressive to see quite how well those rules were written.
Yeah, and HeroQuest is a GM-based game, right? Like I know it has a single-player version, but there's a certain amount of like letting the GM just sort of figure out the gray areas. I do wonder if we've gotten a little too rules happy with trying to account for every situation.
No, he's not working out the gray areas. He's trying to kill your team.
Oh yeah.
like it is 100% adversarial. Like the game master in Advanced Hero Quest is trying to kill you.
He's not your friend.
No, he's not like, oh, let's figure out what makes the best narrative. It's like, no, how do I kill your little guys? And you're like, no, you can't. Like I'm gonna fight you.
Okay. Little more simple. When you buy a codex on the first weekend and the back has a code to get updates, looking at you, Spaceful, is why even make a product that isn't finished or subject to change. Because the sooner you get it out, the sooner you're making money on it. And we have, as a culture, accepted DLC, fix it later. The PS2 did that, even when that came out in the 2000 or something, right around there.
I blame video gamers. They're the ones that embraced it. They complained about it and embraced it.
Well, I love video games, but I really don't want video game culture in my war games.
No.
Let's see. Veiled Space does some really cool narrative 5-parsec rules. They're cool to watch. Oh, I'm not familiar with them. So many FAQs. I bet George Strait doesn't play War Machine. I mean, maybe he just doesn't know about it.
You don't know.
Maybe he'd enjoy playing some old Umbri or some House Halus.
Was George Strait the one who came and everybody loved when he used to come to New Mexico all the time, and then he was like, yeah, no, I just come here because you guys don't matter, and so everybody hates him here now?
Oh,
I am not familiar with that story.
I can't remember if that was George Strait. I thought it was.
Is that the one? Is that the guy who has all those exes who live in Texas? Is that him? I'll find out.
Okay. I was going to say, that's true. That sounds extremely Albuquerque.
Straight.
Well, because nobody ever comes here, and so everybody was like, yeah, he comes here every time. We love him. And he was like, yeah, you guys don't matter. It's just a warm-up for me. And everyone was just like, screw you.
Thing to say. So, if that is true as told, then I mean, I side with New Mexico. But
okay, he did write that song. It's in 1987.
There you go. Jeremy asks, could Valhalla sell out without kickstarting? Yes, mostly I've been wanting to, of the things I talk about, right? Of projects to build. One of them is the proper like full Valhalla website and actual ticketing and everything on there. But, with it being a financial platform, I want to be really careful and make sure that it's super secure. Haven't built that out yet. So Kickstarter's been sort of the go-to for that. But yeah, I definitely mean to offload it onto like a real website in the future. Let's see. nothing wrong with FAQs per se, but unstable rules set is pointless and smacks of unchecked greed. Certainly that, or laziness. I mean, people do a lot of stuff over greed. People do a lot more stuff out of like not wanting to bother. So both probably apply, especially when you have like a bigger and bigger corporate system. There's fewer and fewer efficiencies inside of it. Like the person playtesting is like, I don't care. Like, what about my job is like, so like, do they feel appreciated or like that input is so vital that it matters that they're going to really put all the effort into playtesting that they could? Or are they going to be like, well, I don't know. They want us to play test these before Friday, which is tomorrow. So I don't know. I'm just going to call it good and go have lunch. Like you get those sorts of things, right?
Well, I think they get some games in, but like I think oftentimes the play testers in these companies are comprised of people who mainly do other jobs. And so it's kind of like you have a few hours out of your workday to play test, you know.
There you go. It's like not a real job. It's like
it's
a different duty.
It's the way a lot of, I guess, you know, years ago, a lot of companies would just have somebody who's like, all right, you've been tapped on the shoulder. You do your job. And also you reply to comments in forums. You're like, oh, okay, thanks. You know, it's not like a guy who that's his job. And probably now it is because you have somebody that's juggling so much social media that it's not just replying to their forums. But I know for a while there, just a lot of companies were just like grabbing some poor sucker to have to also like deal with replying to comments.
But will it Hero Quest is a good question about any board game.
The best thing about Hero Quest. Oh, sorry.
JP, I'm in construction. There's no fix it later. It needs to be ready when the keys are turned over. Yes, because that is a very liability heavy industry for starters, but you know, it's kind of put up or shut up in there. So that is, I would love to see more of that attitude in other aspects, other industries, but it doesn't work that way. Like I don't think most people who work in game companies, even the most well-intentioned ones, no, you know, not trying to give them grief or anything, probably don't necessarily cut it in like the construction realm, right? My daughter just told me 6-7 and started laughing. What is this joke?
I mean, I don't understand it, but it's all over the place, so whatever.
6 minus 7?
No, it's just 6-7.
I don't know. Jeremy, microtransactions are the bane of all existence, and that is video games' fault as well, as all games are trying to emulate that model. You know, the internet, you know, it's a double-edged sword because DLCs are nice. It's like, oh my god, I got an expansion to my game. Like, how lovely. It doesn't seem to met out that way commonly, unfortunately, but yeah, it would. It is something that the consumer probably actually needs to be like. It needs to be culturally shamed because.
I blame. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's that is the biggest thing that's going to shape it over. Like, oh well, we need a regulation that's going to ruin it for everybody. I don't know. I don't think it fixes it.
I think that the bigger bane of entertainment is subscription models.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I still blame World of Warcraft for that. I think once they saw that World of Warcraft was monthly pulling in like the GDP of small countries, every software company was like, oh, give me a piece of that. And so every game started trying to figure out a way to do it. And you know that there have been people losing sleep for the last decade at Games Workshop. They're just like, how can we force people to pay a monthly membership or subscribership or something in order to play 40K? How can we get them to do that?
I mean, they figured it out. They got it now. Was it $5 a month, I think, for the app?
They're trying. An expansion is not a microtransaction. I don't think that
No.
counts.
Like skins. Okay, so like Darktide does microtransactions, but they don't affect gameplay. You have cool outfits, cosmetic stuff that you can buy.
Yeah, pay to
with real
play is
money.
terrible.
What?
Pay to play or pay to win.
Oh,
are
pay to
both
win is
terrible.
awful. That's horribly immoral. And I think for the most part, culturally, gamers have roundly rejected that.
I think so, except for Wales. Wales don't. They don't reject that. They embrace it.
Okay. Yes, I mean, I guess, but that's not going like.
Well,
no
I think
matter how
that's
many-
what a lot of companies do. I know in a lot of the, and I'm not a big video game guy, but I do know that a lot of video game companies will set out. I like MMOs, right? MMORPGs, but a lot of them are built to be free to play, and then they go around and they fish for whales because it's like, well, you can annoy 200 people that might have paid a membership or whatever, but then have this guy, or you just find these guys that'll like, I dropped $1,500 on all this stuff in the game. You're like, holy crap. It's like, I don't know, there's plenty of people that make lots of money that also play video games, and there's a lot of people that to them $1,500 isn't all that much, and so like, sure, whatever, I'll drop it, get the stuff I want. And I think those are the pay to win games that a lot of people are just like, oh no. Every time you see someone who's like maxed out, you just know like, yep, that's a guy that dropped a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. This is fair. Bethesda releasing that 5-pound horse armor started the microtransaction nonsense. Oh, okay. I was not in the Bethesda craze. I still haven't even played like a Fallout game, which I guess I need to do at some point, I am told.
Is great.
Yeah.
Did
Weird Al write Albuquerque to annoy people for 12 minutes?
Yes.
I think Weird Al just decided to let his ADHD brain go wild and follow it wherever it thought, and that was the song.
I think Weird Al just thought the word Albuquerque sounded funny. I think that's the long and the short of it.
Nobody in Albuquerque dislikes Weird Al, though. Like, not really.
No, I think Albuquerque loves Weird Al.
Oh, yeah. Albuquerque loves all the weirds. Like, when Die Antwoord came to town, that sold out instantly.
Oh, I know.
6, 7, time to take a drink. It means average, like a 6 or 7 out of 10. So you just walk up and say average and walk away. This is really the humor of our youth now.
Oh.
I tend to be way behind on slang. I always was. I was homeschooled. I was never, ever part of that.
Oh, no, I can't find his comment now.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
There we go. So he almost had the right answer because he says subscription models are microtransactions in my eyes, when in reality, models are microtransactions. Every time you go buy another Rhino or another like Warjack, you just made a microtransaction.
Like for $50 and like $180, like are those really microtransactions?
Yeah, a macro
People
transaction.
will pay that much.
Well, it started with like just little models and blisters, and so that feels like a microtransaction, but nobody really buys miniatures that way anymore.
Paul says whales generate a ridiculous amount of money on some games. The company can end up catering to like 5 people.
Yeah.
Really? That's really challenging. Like that 5 people, even with a lot of money, would support that, but no. I mean, gotta do that. Shayo Kitty, welcome.
So, I mean, if you make $1 million a year, you know what I mean? Throwing $1,500, $2,000, $5,000 at a game, not that big a deal. And there are literally millions of people who make $1 million a year or more. And so like, yeah, you're liable to have at least a handful that play your game, And so a lot of those smaller free to play games, like those companies just fish for whales.
I hope to post a full army photo of my Beastmen on Sunday. I'm trying to finish 14 more miniatures before then, and after we'll start Dead December. Hey, so you guys are
That's
familiar with
awesome.
October being like a horror movie month, right? Oh, it's horror October. Have you guys ever heard of, and this applies to film, but I guess it could apply to like game types and all that too. Noir-vember, like
Yeah,
noir
Noir-vember.
films in November. We just learned about it. I was curious how much of a cultural trend it actually was. I like
Sounds
the
great.
idea.
Never heard of it.
Have to watch lots of noir over November.
And I'm sure there's noir games. I feel like Arkham Horror honestly falls into that. Feels very noir.
Kind of is.
6-7 literally means nothing. The joke that it means nothing, and older generations don't get it. It's originally from some song. The whole thing is stupid. Modern humor feels insipid. it feels very, very underdeveloped. And part of that, I don't know where it comes from exactly. Like, if it's because we've shied away from irreverent humor so much that now it's sort of like we go real abstract, like
Well,
the
it makes me
postmodern
think of
version
the
humor.
joke, right? It makes me think of the joke 6-7 when I saw it. It's like, you know why 6 is afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. I thought it had to have something to do with that.
Apparently not. Mm-mm.
Yeah, see, it's catching on.
Yeah. Okay. I did once see an artist for a game company say he was working on a Red Armor set for a certain class because one whale loved red and played that class.
Yeah, I mean, financially, it's worth it. And so if all you're trying to do is make money off a game, then I guess.
JP, savage. To be fair, Diane's would look like they belong in Albuquerque.
I mean, they kind of do. This is true.
do. They make pretty good music for meth heads, if I recall. Or
As far as I know.
As far as I know, they aren't meth heads. They just look like. Oh my god. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I mean, it's funny you mentioned that, like, and I'm trying to be grateful and gratitude. I don't hate living in Albuquerque, but it's just funny because you reminded me that I think it was like 2 days ago I saw a story that a house like within 5 miles of my house in town exploded. Like literally exploded. And the cause of that hasn't been quite determined yet, but it doesn't seem like it was a gas line leak. So, there's a lot of speculation about Walter White involvement, but yeah.
Although to be fair, it's entirely possible it might be. They've been putting fiber in our neighborhood, and everybody's been complaining about them just kind of cutting through gas lines. So I don't know, maybe
that's the less wacky story.
If I heard that it was just some rando stockpiling explosives, I would believe that too. Or someone who's been stockpiling fireworks for like the last 30 years, I would also believe it. Like anything goes, it's a crazy place.
We definitely have all kinds out here. Yeah, I microtransaction myself into all of Old Umbre over 3 days. So would you just pick something up at the booth and then be laying in your hotel at night going, man, no, I think I want to get that mall, and you come back the next day and you get that? Or would you go up and just talk yourself into it at the time? Because I mean, there's other people buying the stuff. So at some point, you're probably worried about it getting snatched up before you can get it. So is it evenly over 3 days, or did you just find yourself more and more and more and more as you went?
Here you go.
Diane Tword thing is there from Zeph subculture in South Africa, which to quote Yolandi, it's like you're poor, but you're fancy.
So Zeph is actually, that comes from the Ford Zephyr. It's a brand of car that was not an American car. I mean, it's not sold in America. It was sold overseas. And it was this super cheap car. This very, very affordable. And so everybody in the culture just had a lot of Ford Zephyrs. And so they just shortened it into Zeph. So that's where the name comes from. I know that, where, if someone's Zeph, it's like saying somebody's ghetto here. It's just like a slang that kind of means what you're pointing it at.
So JP, it's Orktober, then November, then
All right.
December.
November. That works.
November's legit. That's legit for the miniature side. I'll give you that.
What's
What's
January?
January? I'm planning to watch more Mel Brooks movies. Amen, brother.
All right, so I'm excited. 'Cause I think
Okay.
he's coming out with a Spaceballs 2. And he's directing it like 100 years old.
Yes, he is. I think 99 right now. So that movie he will definitely be a 100-year-old man. But you know what? He's doing what he loves. Good on him.
I mean, when you see the guy, he still looks like he has a ton of energy. So he's running around too. Like he seems fine. So it's like, all right, keep at it. Whatever you're doing.
Lol. Scornuary and Christmas. I like it. I like it a lot. Me and a utility lineman were confabulating on why a nearby house had power on when there was a shutoff order 6 months ago. We figured meth heads. It's kind of rough in cities. Like, so Albuquerque has an ordinance where if you don't have electrical power or water turned onto your house, the house is uninhabitable. So they kick you out of your house and you become homeless because the house is not habitable. But the streets, I guess, are.
And so a cardboard box is, in the eyes of
the city,
more habitable than a complete house that just doesn't have electricity or gas. Or So it's like what? Or I'm sorry, electricity or water.
It was very, very weird rules. We're like, look, I get kind of the idea of it, but there's a big hole that's not being addressed here. Diane Antwoord was both the best and also worst part of the movie Chappie.
I kind of agree. It's like a crazy ghetto Short Circuit. You know? It's like Short Circuit, but South African with Diane Antwoord.
Nice.
And Wolverine.
Yes. Bought the 80mm solo because my brother also bought it. He does that to me at shows. And because of the solo, they also had the Commander starter box. And I bought that. Okay, I'm going to find the rest of the story here. Then I was looking on one for the battle boxes, but then on Saturday night, we went down one more time to check things about. And they had the battle box and the other 2 expansions. At that point, it was like, well, you already have. That last transaction, they said, you've bought enough. So, hey, choose a free mug.
Oh, wow. It's bad when it gets to the point where the people at the vendor feel bad because they've taken so much of your money.
You're good. Hey, you know what? They remembered him. I mean, I met the Steamforge guys at Nova, and I mean, they were running the booth, very friendly, very like affable to talk to. They mix with the gamers, So I think like they're remembering the people who come and talk to them. That's hilarious, though. Yep, I know that feeling. Thomas said, I won Deathjack 2 and Azdarak Super Heavies for War Machine at Lock and Load. Like you won them as a like a sweepstakes thing, or you won them as a prize for like your painting. I'm confused.
Or fighting in a tournament.
Or winning in a narrative.
I admittedly don't know what Azdarak is.
He is. Yeah, so Aztrack. So remember the Jeremy sent it to us, the picture of the 4 warjacks. In fact, I'm going to pull up the image because it's ridiculous, and I have to share it with you all. God, you always get me talking about War Machine. I got all excited about it, and I'm like, I want to play. And then I'm like, oh, I've got nobody to play with.
Yeah, Albuquerque never had that much of a War Machine meta, but like when it kind of died before it came back, I think just they're all gone. I don't know if anyone plays here. I haven't seen it once in any of the game stores.
Well, I know Louise is interested in playing, but he would be a new player, so.
I mean, let's be real. I'm going to be playing War Machine at Valhalla. And I am probably going to be teaching War Machine at Valhalla. So I might as well start by teaching Elise. Maybe that would be an excuse to get back down to the game store anyway. I haven't re-upped my Warhammer subscription, so I'm like, I don't know. All right, so I'm going to share this with you. This is what Jeremy said. This is the image that's going around, and disembodied voice. You have seen this. It just wasn't, I don't know, remarkable.
Probably I've seen it. I just don't associate that name with anything. Oh, okay, yeah.
So Azdarak, the
okay.
bladed winged thingamajinger.
He just looks
behemoth
like
wheelchair.
he looks like in whatever it's called in well, I'm blanking it. Pokemon. You know how they like evolve?
Yeah,
He just looks like the evolved Clockatrice. You know, like the
I'd
from
say
the-
Digimon more than Pokemon, but yes.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, so that's the model. And so Deathjack, I think easily is the coolest looking out of all of these. He looks
Behemoth looks like he's rolling around in one of those little rascals they have at Walmart. You know, when you sit down.
Old man Behemoth. It makes me I'm genuinely sad to see that model, honestly. I don't get it, I guess, and whatever. Thunderhead, he looks like he's like jump rope.
He kind of does.
And Azdarak does look pretty cool. I'm not that familiar with the model and the lore for him. So like the left side of this image wins way more than the right side for me. And I'm sad because I'm like, but I love Behemoth. It was like one of my favorite Warjacks. It was like Behemoth and Drago and Beast 09. Like I loved them all so much, but I don't know what they did with Big B. So now I have the Crucible Guard mug. And I'm priming those minis too now. Oh, dude, you're set. I love it. Ooh, I found a great deal on the Song of Ice and Fire game. I had to rein it in to avoid having a similar experience. I ended up going hard on a lot of the Song of Ice and Fire stuff. I bring it to Valhalla every year, and like sometimes it gets played. But I've actually found it like it's a really fun game to actually play. Like it has the tray movement for units and stuff, but it's not huge scale. So I don't know. It's really clean. I liked the idea that you have like a politician that's also like pulling strings behind the scenes on your turn to get you reinforcements or to get you some other benefit during your battle. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I guess Azdarak is the Orgoth Superboy. So,
yeah.
The bad.
What did you say he was?
Oh, look good. I missed that part. Let's see. I got an as in the initial purchase along with the new 2-player box for my other armies. Painting plus gorgeous Frozen and Forgotten, the rulebook, and Bowden Lesnoy. It's a artist, I think. I don't remember. Good God, they'll take all the money for the rest of my life. Already, I need the jungle trolls. Okay, well, I'm glad you're... All right. It always felt like War Machine was big out west more than here in the east. Well, yeah, because, I mean, obviously West Coast Company initially right out of Washington. It was actually really huge in the Midwest.
Midwest was crazy.
It was like the hardcore, like cutthroat meta was there. And then now it seems like the Northeast kind of rules it, like the Delaware War Machine group, tried and true folks, like they really have done so much to build that community, and it's really like developed a lot over there. So I don't know. Fire breathing armored death chicken. Gotta love it. Oh, Jeremy crying. We have a deal. I'm gonna play whatever weird game you're making me play, and you're gonna play my game. Deathjack Footrock. Okay. Question for you. So I was on a podcast with Remlays 40K Theories like a week or two ago, and the conversation had come up of the tactical rocks because they're looking at all the new miniatures coming out, and you've got dudes kind of standing in a fairly neutral or maybe a power pose, but it's not like a dynamic jumping, flipping pose. But they're standing both feet firmly planted on a rock. And they're like, oh, it's a tactical rock. And I'm like, I don't think that's what a tactical rock is. I thought a tactical rock was specifically designed to be the anchor point for the model when the rest of the model is flying off the base in some way. And so you've got like into a mid jump, but their toe is like touching a tactical rock. Am I misunderstanding that? Like, what is a tactical rock to you?
So like, are you saying that, it's just like the whole base is kind of this like rock sort of thing and both feet are firmly planted on the rock?
In the example that was called a tactical rock.
No, that's not a tactical rock. Tactical rock is one of two things. One is what you described, and the other one is what Death Jack is doing. It's like when one foot is lifted up, and there's a rock that, oh look, he just happens to be on that. But yeah, if you're just standing on like the precipice of a cliff or something, that's not a tactical rock.
That's what I would think. Like just having a rock on a base and the model being on it, I don't think counts. It has to be tactically doing something, right? Like the tactic is that it's supporting the model while giving the model this dynamic look. Which technically, like I guess you could say it's doing, even if both feet are firmly planted on it. But still.
No, I mean, JP's got it right? Like just a single rock. And it's like, it is if they're flying and like, the rock or whatever just happens to be because their feet are off the ground, but they're hitting it. That is a tactical rock as well. But yeah, I'm used to seeing it like this. Okay. It's oftentimes used so that you can still maintain like at least 2 points of contact on a base. So which your model doesn't just break right off of it.
Little scrapjack. I like Behemoth as it reminds me of the Khorne Lord of Skulls. Well, it shouldn't. Khador isn't like Khorne.
Although I would allow it if it were the size of a Khorne Lord of Skulls.
Okay, fair enough. If he grew.
If he was in fact Behemoth.
That Behemoth will need to find a home in my Khador. Reminds me of Johnny Five or Wally. Does he?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting the charm out of that. Like both of Wally and Johnny Five are adorable.
Well, but I mean, it's the design of like they just have the little treads that they roll around on, and they have arms and treads.
No, maybe I just feel crotchety in my old Khadoran ways. Yeah, I got Winter Core too. I'm actually painting these guys. I've got A Song of Ice and Fire, Stark and Free Folk. Yeah, I've got both of those. Love the Free Folk because of the giants and elephants. I don't think I have the elephants. I have the some of the giants. Let's see. Bodon is an old Umbri warlock. Oh, okay. JP, I limited myself to one faction, being the Night's Watch, because Jon Snow knows nothing, and I usually know less than that. I do have a lot of the Night Watch models as well. Feels like this image means Dusk has been replaced by Cruz. Oh, Crix. I'm sure this is just phase 1, right? They're doing all the Apotheosis guys and Underground model.
We've got the Night's Watch, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one that DJ wanted.
Oh. I had to bring up the tactical. Well, I think it's a valid discussion. We gotta figure out where it is. What's funny is that true tactical rock should be cover where you're trying to get cover from it. Well, what is the purpose? There are more than one tactic.
He means like in IRL combat. You would lay prone behind some sort of rock so that, small pieces of flying lead don't hit you, hit the rock instead.
So like in the military though, are you like that tactical rock over there? Like you refer to it that way, or are you just using the rock tactically?
Or both of the above.
Are you striking the Captain Morgan pose on a rock? Tactical rock. Okay. 4th edition Khador has tanks. So treads are very much a thing in War Machine now, which is fine.
So it's fine if a tank has tank treads. Even then, I don't know that every faction should have that either, though. Like that's not. I don't know. Then you're leaving steampunk and you're getting into diesel punk, and it's a different thing at that point.
The newest Commander Dante 40K Mini has the worst tactical launch rock of all. Whole mini is supported by about 1 millimeter of plastic.
Oh God.
Looking forward to the 80mm Avatar sometime down the road. All
Yeah.
right. So at Lock and Load, did they do anything to tease anything for Protectorate coming back? I mean, was that at all discussed? Or are they just like, nope, stop asking?
I mean, I still say that I'll hold out because they haven't done it yet, but I still say that their stance against Dino Riders is complete BS.
What? Menoth is back.
They should. Are they on a dinosaur's back?
Well, I'll have to find that. We refer to it as micro and macro cover and concealment. We do all things in the military tactically. Well, then you don't have to call
That's
it
fair.
a tactical rock. Ooh. All right. Well, that's pretty exciting then. I'm sure a lot of people would be happy to hear Menoth making a comeback. That would be very, very nice. All right. Paul was kind enough
And
to
where was
send
that?
me Yule
Lock and
Dante.
Load?
Huh?
Or War Machine Weekend? Which one was that at? Where they
War
have the
Machine
slide?
Weekend and Lock and Load now.
Oh,
All right, let's pull up Dante. Share that screen and that boy. So there's some tactical rocking. Good Lord.
wow, yeah.
This is that's it. That's what you get right there. I hope you don't plan to play with him. What? Like, put a thin.
Did the people from Malifaux suddenly start working there?
For real?
Like,
I haven't seen a Malifaux model in a while. Maybe they got a little less spindly, but that's funny. Oh, I'll have to find the keynote. I've actually not seen the keynote from there. But lots of discussion offline too. That's super cool. I have photos of the new Pharaoh Bone Grinder miniature and a troll from Lock and Load I could send if you wanted it. There's so many models. The pictures are fine, just pictures. Power Armor Sandals. Well, yeah. That's not a tactical rock because, what, he's not Captain Morganing? Hold on.
Hang on, you're shooting through these way too fast. I can't read any of them.
You can pull it back up. I was gonna pull the image back up.
I gotta find it. Oh, there we go. Inspired to make and a dream that was from God. I don't remember that one.
I think I kind of remember that one. This is not a tactical rock?
So if it's not a tactical rock, what is it?
Yeah, like I don't know what that would be. No.
No, the miniatures pose is a dynamic pose, but there's not a tactical rock.
You'd have to argue that this is more part of the miniature than the base for that to be the dynamic pose.
I don't even know that I agree. I would say that from his big toe, from his sandal up is the pose.
Yeah.
He makes a pose.
Yeah.
A rock on the ground does not pose.
Or ruins or whatever those are, yeah. That's a flight stand that looks like a piece of rubble. Yes,
There's an argument for that.
Yeah. I wonder how balanced that is, though. True, it is tactical. Can rest since it's building ruins or concrete ruins. Okay, fair enough. Hold on. Matthew mentioned Grimkin returns in July. Yes. Now that is very exciting because the Grimkin were always so fun. I did not think I'd even love them, but I love them. All right, enough of Dante. So, with that said, what do we have to be grateful for? Apparently being able to buy all of Old Umbry, pick up the things that we love to have, be able to visit these fun events and compete and play with our friends, hosting RPGs and all of that good stuff. Sounds like a wonderful time. Yeah, War Machine. It does seem like it's coming back. He's actually landing as in angelic intervention or whatever they're calling drop troop reinforcements. I don't know. All right, you sent 2 photos. How did you send them? How did you send them to me? Okay. We'll be rounding up all the photos soon that people shared, which thank you very much for doing that. I love seeing what you guys post. There they are. I'm going to grab those. Boys, talk about something.
Grabbing photos of what?
From Jeremy, he sent me for the to share at the end of the night.
Oh, of painted miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, not.
I thought he was sending you something specifically like I don't know. I was trying to look up the last slide for the warning of Menoth coming back slide, but I'm not sure what it is. I keep finding Google Images is terrible. It's not helpful at all.
Yeah.
So I think that Steamforged, somebody was saying Steamforged was like, yeah, they're not going to be on dinosaurs. And it's like, I would hope that they at least reflect somewhat that, I guess, I mean, I'm trying to think of the timeline. It's what, 30 years down the timeline from...
some amount of time down the timeline.
But it's something around there, right? Like it's a whole different generation.
Yeah.
And so if Menoth has just been in Zur for that long, or Zoo for that long, then...
Well, he's pretty cool.
We're not saving these for the...
This is not... I'm sorry. This is from, I guess, the keynote. These are the professionally painted new models, not Jeremy.
Not what Jeremy painted?
Not the ones Jeremy painted.
See, Jeremy could have just said he painted that, and I wouldn't have known. I'd have been like, wow, good job, sir.
New Pharaoh Bone Grinder and a troll from Lock and Load. So here's the troll, and then here's the new Pharaoh Bone Grinder.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah, he is.
He's 2-headed.
Oh, yeah, he is. Got a great, like, gross kind of look to them.
Yeah, I really like their sculpt, actually.
They're not, no dinos for Menoth. That's what they said. It's actually what they said.
Oh, well, they should have them. So
maybe dinos. Oh, I love it. For someone else. We'll see.
I guess.
Shales
Like, my understanding is that dinos live in Zoo. That's where they are. They're down in Zoo. So if Menoth has been there for 20 years, 30 years, they're riding dinos. Like, that's all there is to it.
Exactly. So yeah, the Pharaoh Bone Grinder looks pretty awesome.
No, that looks like a great miniature. I like that one a lot.
It does. The jungle trolls are amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Are you like? It feels like they're getting a bit more of a design style, like a silhouette on each of these different army types.
So when they're first starting off, like it did feel a little too blocky, like video game models. And so that Pharaoh model is like the first one I've seen where it really feels like they went all the way back.
There you go. Go Warcraft. They're thunder lizards. Obviously. Seminar with Russ. Their main sculptor was excellent.
Okay.
No, I like seeing that. Yeah, I agree. The early designs did have everything was very chunky, and I say this as a non-professional painter or a non-award-winning painter, so take that as you will, but I do feel like a lot of these models, especially in the early design, like all the Winter Core, the Signar stuff, there's like too much detail. Like every bit of filigree was a raised portion on cloaks, and it was just everywhere, and it felt so messy. It's actually
It was overly
I have the
busy.
same issue with Chaos Space Marines and Corn models. He also said they needed less detail. Yay! Okay, I'm not crazy.
Okay. No, it's because if you want people to paint models, then you cannot have them like painting 47 different little details on a model. You know what I mean? Like all these little raised things and little bits that are just, it just takes a lot. And if every model has that, I suppose it's probably fairly intimidating even for new
Yeah.
painters.
Well, also, when you're working with such small scale, to have too much detail just confuses the eye. You're not able to see the model in its entirety. It doesn't have a very strong aesthetic when you're looking at it because all you see is busyness. You can't really see the tiny details very well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's usually that's exactly how it is for me. I get turned off to a lot of those overly detailed menus.
I think most models in general have that, or at least most paint jobs in general have that, where there's just a little too much high detail on them, where you just look and it reminds me a little bit of remember the first Transformers movie, the Michael Bay Transformers?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh look, they're transforming. And as a kid, you're like, the coolest thing about them was how they transform. Like, oh, the little hand turns in this and it folds in, and it was like fun trying to figure out how to do it. And so like, oh look, there's a movie. How do they transform? And it's just like, I don't know. It's 1,000 pieces of whirring metal. Like it just looks like a bunch of colors whirring around. You know what I mean? And it's like, it almost feels like a still image of that is what a lot of miniature painting looks like today. We're like, look, I've done all this detail all over everything. And I'm like, that just looks like a mess of noise to me.
We're all talking about if there were more Thomases. What if everyone was like Thomas? Yeah, no. One of me is enough. I love it. But yes, I'm happy to hear that design philosophy brought in. I mean, the old Umbry stuff looks significantly more interesting to the eye than the Wintercore stuff. And I mean, it's obviously a different aesthetic, but just part of the reason it's a different aesthetic is the more simplified look.
Isn't this the story behind like, what is it? One of the Gulliver's Travels, like the two armies that were fighting each other because of like how they like to eat their eggs. It was something like that. It feels, Paul's story here feels very much like that. It says, his 1,000 sons started a civil war in the local games workshop. As I painted them blue, then added gold. Half the store agreed. Half said it was better to paint gold and add blue. I think there are arguments for either one.
Yep. I think it's your model and you paint it however you please. I just started adding like pink. It's like, what? Just tell me when to stop, huh, boys? Oh, man. Like that would be, and I get it, like, because you could nerd out and have like what sound like the most dumb arguments in a game store. But you're kind of invested because you're like, well, what if it went this way? Like a piece of lore or something like this where you're like, well, I think the best technique, and you're trying to think of like the best way to argue your point. It's actually very entertaining to watch, as long as you don't take it too serious.
It's funny because I would paint them gold first because I do this like very specific aged gold way that I do it that involves like washes and dry brushing. So it's easier just to do all the gold in one pass. And then I would go in and add the blue in as a detail. But that's only because I do gold the way I do it. Whereas if I just painted gold, I could see doing it the other way. So there's a lot of factors involved here.
When I did 1,000 Suns, I did the blue first, but it's because there was already a color scheme given to me, and the person wanted to use a particular contrast paint as the blue. You cannot paint that blue on top of a gold. It just will not work.
Yeah, no, and it's like what you're doing is literally the opposite reasoning. is that there's, the contrast paint is a specific thing. So you got to kind of do it first and then add the details beyond that. So it's like, it depends. It's really the answer.
So Russ in his Scimitar apparently said, if detail doesn't add to the story of the model, then it shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it. 100%.
I think that is a very strong philosophy. Like that is a good one.
The Transformers from the Michael Bay movie were hard to see from a design perspective. Too many bits that broke the silhouette up and couldn't see who was who. Yeah, no, you had to rely on just the color, like of the individual robots. Yeah,
you're like, well, in that whirring pile of like metal, I do see a lot of yellow, so I assume that's Bumblebee. It's just like that's about all you got to go on.
He showed us a before and after Solo, where what they got from Privateer had a zillion rivets, and then they modified it to not have the rivets, but with the same kind of design language. Oh, wow. Yeah, that does sound like a really interesting seminar to watch. Just like specific examples of like, okay, here's how this looks, and then when we make these changes. Woo! Yeah. Michael Bay explosions. Yep.
I wonder how much I agree with that, though, because I actually really enjoyed having all the rivets. Like painting them individually gave it a very different look.
Yeah.
For me. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see where they were changing that.
I'd want to go to Adepticon and put voice in a seminar and then just sit and watch him interact with the seminar.
Put me in a seminar?
Yeah, because that's what Russ was doing.
I'm running the seminar?
No. You would be listening to the seminar of Russ, who was talking about the design language differences and the examples he was giving. It's his seminar.
Oh, I would love to see that. Yeah.
I know. It'd be great. It's a fantastic blue, though. I painted my Robute Gilliman in the Thousand Suns blue to be heretical. Is that enough to get you kicked out of the Games Workshop in England? Tell me the truth.
I feel it might be.
Delouf, good evening. As I mostly paint miniatures for gameplay, I usually base black and do a light dry brush to bring out the model lines to guide me in painting the model. So you're basing...
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you usually do. Something like contrast paints is you want to start with a darker color and dry brush above it. That way, when you put the contrast paint on top of it, all of those details really show.
Well, it's kind of similar to, I guess, like the slap chop method. But I think they're even saying here that it's just to kind of see what the model even has on it, right? To give it a little contrast to begin with, just to see like what there is on it to paint, instead of just staring at this solid gray thing that's a little amorphous. It might point out details that you didn't realize were there. I think maybe that's what Deluff is saying.
He's talking about? I think so. I think you are correct. I'm always coming at it from the don't mess it up. I need to get a process down first. Definitely like the keeping it simple with painting as much as possible. Which is why I'm just starting to paint now after all these years. Okay, well, you have a lot of models to practice with, so have at it. Ashley and Alora's kitten got a hold of my Doombull Brown, and now it is nowhere to be found throughout the whole house. Uh-oh. That's... It's going to end up somewhere with carpet. The 5 principles of camouflage are shape, shine, silhouette, and sound, and stillness. Breaking up the shape is the first consideration for a reason.
So that's where it runs counter to kind of like the, what would you call it? Like the purpose of painting a miniature in a lot of ways. Because camouflage in reality, like a lot of things can be camouflage even, right? I mean, even naval camouflage was a thing. And you're like, well, what's it hiding from? And it's like, well, you're not hiding anything. You're just trying to make that silhouette weird so people can't identify what kind of ship it is at a distance. Right? They have to get close before they realize what they're in for. And so like camouflage has a lot of reasons that it's there. And part of it is to make it look like nothing. But if you're painting a miniature on a table, it's a miniature that's there to
look like something.
Yeah, it's there to represent something. And so you want to paint it so that it looks like something. Whereas camouflage is literally supposed to look like nothing. And so, like, you have to kind of get the essence of what that camouflage would feel like while still making it look like it's on a cloak or it's on,
Mhm.
your fatigues or something.
My brine blood minis could definitely be easier to paint with fewer barnacles. You do such a good job on the barnacles. Also, there are many ways to be kicked out of GW in England. Not surprised. Ross also needed out with us about their design and manufacturing process. Brother and I have done CAD for over 30 years, and I know a lot about mold design. Tell
Oh,
us,
yeah, that would be
SFG, that
amazing.
you heard Russ's seminars were amazing and you want to see him at Adepticon.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. So wait, you did a lot of hang on, we flew through them here. Yeah, CAD, and you know a lot about mold design. Are you familiar with the new fiber? What are they called? Fiber laser
Fiber?
etchers. Yeah, the fiber laser etchers,
Okay.
and how well those might be for actually carving out molds, aluminum molds. Dazzle on a ship. Oh man, I saw. All right, just recently, I actually saw. Speaking of camouflage, a black and white image from, I assume, World War II. It looked like that era of planes that they had during certain naval combat, where you have this plane that just drops essentially a curtain of smoke in front of a ship. Like it looks like a wall, like a curtain. It just flies by in front of a ship and drops that, so that as the ship moves, the ship on the, like, in the distance, doesn't know where it is anymore. And so it's like throwing a smoke bomb, but for a battleship. It was kind of cool.
Oh,
I
I
hadn't
mean,
seen that before. But yeah, it looks like just this big long, like half a mile long curtain that this airplane just sort of drops of smoke.
we teach people SolidWorks. Oh, I'm unfamiliar with that, but it sounds useful.
I know that? Is that software?
I don't know. But he is somewhat familiar with the fibrous laser pew-pews.
The fibrous laserous etcherosity.
Etcherosity. I mean, they're really cool to watch. I mean, you can CNC onto like slate and stuff.
No, it's been enough that it's got me really curious about getting one. They're not cheap, but a lot of user, and we work with customers, design and actually do modding. So what is it? SolidWorks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I say I'm familiar with 3D is mechanical design.
There you go. Another thing for you to look up in your spare time.
All that spare time.
All that spare time. Oh wow, 8 million users. Damn.
Yeah, what was it? I've modeled in 3D Studio Max for 20, about almost 30 years, I guess. But yeah, it's an AutoCAD product.
It is. And then my little brother knows Blender, but that's about the extent of like I look at 3D modeling software and it literally looks like magic to me. And yeah, I can wrap my head around a fair amount of software. 3D modeling, I'm like, I have no idea. It appears to run off some form of electricity. Russ was talking about going from ZBrush to SolidWorks, and that got us talking a lot. Ooh, interesting. So more of a mechanical, maybe more pragmatic design as opposed to a, I don't know, maybe a little less flourish. I feel like you could do a lot with ZBrush though, right? Still trying to struggle my way through Blender this weekend and see if I can make STLs into OBJs. ChatGPT makes really great tech support, so tap that.
That is true.
All right. Well, I think it is a good time to start sharing. I'm going to do a last minute check on my images here. Share what the folks have posted. As soon as it loads.
So is SolidWorks one of the bits of software that you design or you, what is it? Create the CNC path in whenever
Mm-hmm.
you're milling out blocks of aluminum? So I keep watching the thing that Flo is painting right now, and it looks like some weird jungle worm, like an aggressive flower.
I mean,
Orcus
yes.
spore.
It's going to be the main character in the next Predator movie.
Oh my God. Is it going to tell us all about its like personal issues too?
It's abandonment issues. What?
Ooh, see, I like that. The camouflage on that. That's cool.
Yeah, a lot more subtle, but
But the thing you notice is in the painting of this camouflage,
Mhm.
you paint the model in such a way that the shape of the model is prominent and the camouflage is detail, instead of proper camouflage tries to make it the other way around. But you don't want that on a miniature, because you want the miniature to look like a really cool flyer.
Said he was, this is from Charles. He said, repairing combat damage on hive mind miniature drones. So, and that's a heck of an air base right there.
That's when you don't want it to break.
That's solid. Absolutely. JP never got around to messing with Lightwave. Yeah, I don't know about that one either.
God, is Lightwave even a thing anymore? Like, I learned on Lightwave in the 90s, but I thought that went away a long time ago.
SolidWorks is used to design the actual products, but also making the blocks, the block molds. Okay. And the stamping dies and patterns. Wow. Furby was designed in Steamworks. I wouldn't advertise in SolidWorks. I wouldn't advertise that one as much. Oh, Furby. That's hilarious. I guess less creepy than the things we have now.
Love boobies.
So,
Ooh, that's cool.
Dexter's beautiful pictures up. He's a few of them, actually. Let me pull up his explanation.
I always
But
love
as
the
always,
fun little buildings.
I know. Like, you could just imagine like a little story happening inside of them. Like, what else? Someone's sleeping up in that little hayloft and working early in
Like
the
they're
morning.
still hiding. Like they're unaware of whatever battle is that's happening in this barn, and they're just hoping they don't get shot.
Exactly. It just all the little thatch roof, and just it blends in so well too with like the mat.
No, I just picture "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" when they're in the barn.
Dude, it's been so long since I saw that movie. I really actually need to watch it again. And there's another photo of it from above. Oh, there's a little drinking trough or water trough for the animals. And then he has like the loose hay in there to help also blend it, which I think is really helpful. What was it SEO miniatures? SEO Winters? The guy who did the 40K battle reports, but he always had this really beautiful terrain, and he would actually put like bubbles and stuff around.
I think it's Winter SEO.
Winter SEO. There you go.
Winter's SEO.
But it does a good job. There's another piece. They got their little doggo.
He's a pointer.
Getting around. There you go, rifleman dude all hidden in there until he can make it back to friendly lines. Jeremy, he's got a very proud beast man. What is he, Jeremy?
Yeah, he's Beastman. That guy's cool.
Yes.
I like his little shoulder pads. I always thought Beastmen were really cool. I always thought they were a really cool army.
I guess he's a beast lord. It's not just a man.
Oh my gosh. But is he a dragon man?
No, he's a beastly man.
Or is he a Trogdor?
Beastly.
They burninate in the countryside.
Now we got this feller here doing much the same. What are we doing? Keep losing my place. Normal Beast Lord. So the other one was a modified Beast Lord, and then this is a. So he's the modified, and he's the normal Beast Lord. He's a
Why
little
does
bit
he
more.
seem much larger?
Well,
Hmm.
what have we got here?
Seems like his
The
little brother or
archway?
something. Well,
Yeah,
the base, the size of the base, right?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't think they were that different in size. That's Beast Lord Trio. They would look really good in Mordheim. You're totally right. He's converted from a Dakathi warlord. Remember when GW brought Beastman back and then instantly killed the game? LOL.
I still remember that. I still remember the last game or the last Warhammer Fantasy Battle tournament
Yeah.
before like the I don't know what a spell plague or whatever the contrived event was that just destroyed all of Warhammer Fantasy Battle. But we were in Las Vegas Open. It was at LVO.
Yep.
And that was just the last one. It's just like you see all these guys playing, and you're just like, this is the last hurrah.
I know. And
Felt
then
bad
we
for
got dudes all hanging out together.
Yeah, the guy in the middle is awesome. Always like that. His like horn style.
Do I have dude in the middle? I might. There he is. Horn in. Yeah, that's definitely a mini you'd like.
He's great.
He's got a lot of
He's got some swagger.
swagger, I think maybe the right word. It's like a sassy miniature.
Yeah.
In the end times, Tommy.
So is your computer chugging? You keep freezing.
Yeah, it's like really struggling on me here. So, working through it as best I can. Whoa! All right, JP coming in with a big boy here. Sci-fi Metal Mayhem, except no substitutions. Tech Commander.
He's cool.
He looks great.
He's got like an old school look to him for sure.
Super duper happy time says, "How do you forget end times? And how every character got a paragraph, sometimes two, to get killed off."
Oh, I can't imagine how I'd forget such a memorable and fantastic moment in the wargaming history of Warhammer Fantasy Battle.
Got more than some of the characters in War Machine who just died off screen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, we don't have to talk about the Handhold Scrolls. But I like what you got going on here. Sci-fi Metal Mayhem.
He's cool.
And then JP also has a working board. All right, so here was the
Oh yeah, there's the little
the
pill
crick
capsule
vats. Oh, Matthew.
vats. Those are cool.
Yeah, no, that looks great. So here's sort of like the whole shebang. And so we've got the Crixians there, the Cephalix versus white metal. I don't know.
There we go. He's got some old school War Machine player right there.
Yes.
You're lucky those are glued together.
Oh,
But this side of the table looks really cool.
The game board, it looks fun.
Yeah.
Thomas Ruck coming in with the, his casual fancy. His little perfectly painted stripes. Look at these. Look at them. See, that's not built-in detail. He just did that. Good Lord, man. You're going to teach me some of this stuff. I don't know how to learn it, but it's really cool. Even the white flame coming off. Like, how interesting. I mean, I think it's actually still a work in progress, but it's beautiful.
But that the flame is solid white actually has kind of an interesting.
I like it.
Cool look.
It has like a weird ephemeral, ethereal, like weird look.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I imagine they're not done, but yeah, it is cool looking.
No, and he calls it a work in progress, but
because you want it to be white underneath when you add the color to it, so it adds a little bit of that glow.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, for sure.
He finishes his bases first. It's like he starts from the bottom and just works. Like his base is even perfectly clean. That's literally the last step I do because I'm just splattering everywhere.
Yeah, like putting the little black like lip around the base. That's usually my
Right?
final step. I
Mhm.
usually paint some black on it first and then do the base. But
Mhm.
some of it even gets worn off because I'm like holding the base while I paint,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like an animal.
I need to get dark
People paint your
jade
bases.
in ProCraft.
Heretic. Oh my god. Matthew, old Umbry proxied and brand new, freshly painted Crucible Guard were across the table. Oh, okay, gotcha. Thomas said the flames will get painted later. Yeah. But even as they look really awesome. All right, let me see if I can get this next one to load. Hello. Oh, that's all I have.
Oh, okay.
That's all we got
So that was
tonight.
a nice finale.
I agree.
Pretty cool.
Well, I just alphabetized them, but yes, that worked out very well. So, on that note, I suppose we can wrap things up here for those of you celebrating in the United States.
You know what? You don't even have to be in the US. Everybody should find some point in time to give thanks. We live in current year and in the first world. We our lives are easier and nicer and than like a billion other people before us. So there's a lot to give thanks for. And so I think everybody should find some moment to give some thanks.
Agreed. JP, Thomas Grable makes me want to burn my brushes and dump my paints. I don't even know what I am doing. I am grateful for painters like Thomas Grable to help us strive to be better in our own hobby in as much as we are willing to put in the effort and just to enjoy the process. I mean, we talk about a hobby and like what kind of is a hobby. And I think and I think it's reasonable to say that a hobby should help you grow in some way. It should help develop a skill, a sense of something, which could be philosophically, it could be a specific technique. And miniature painting is absolutely in there. So no matter where you are at with it, like enjoy the process.
And here we go. John Wayne's line at the first Thanksgiving.
Appreciate it very much. So same
And
to
no,
you.
I only ever think of Adam's family values when it comes to Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, Wednesday Adams did kind of.
I'm a turkey. Kill me. Or they eat me. One of those.
There we go. Right there.
Any painted mini beats bare metal and plastic. There you go.
Woo.
True
Preach.
words.
You can be tankful with my Thanksgiving Tankathon as I raise money for the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline tomorrow all day. Where do people find you, JP? You're on are you mostly on Rumble? The turkey song.
Turkey song. Happy, happy turkey day.
Or is it the Adam Sandler turkey song?
Ah.
Minoth returning means that my purchasing embargo is about to end, so rip my wallet. Yeah, well, I'm glad. Oh, are you on Twitch, JP? Okay. Well, then find JP Got Rockets. He's been on our show before. Good people, raising money, raising awareness for people who might not be able to see that things aren't so bad. So let's support that where we can. Twitch, YouTube, Rumble. Donation is on the Twitch page. Well, thank you for that.
Where being alive is a gift, and it's always a gift worth being thankful for.
Mm-hmm. Well, with that said, we'll be back in 2 weeks, which will be December 10th. And what is it? Dead December? We'll be talking about that, I guess. And then, yes, Kickstarter for Valhalla is going live Friday at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. This Friday. For real this time, Black Friday. It'll happen.
So Black Friday, 8 in the morning,
Mhm.
our time. So take a
We
look.
debated a
Kickstarter
midnight
when it
release, but we're
launches.
like, that's rude. So we'll do that in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to sign out here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out in the chat. I love the discussion, and we'll talk to you all.
We'll see everybody next time.
Bye-bye. Barry, cover me. All right, guys, this is it. Copy that. No more sandwiches, Barry.
What's wrong with this place? I'm in the west corridor. I'm right outside the generator room. I'm out of bullets.